All right, so again, welcome to CLA 1002. I just want to give you a little bit of background about myself, a little bit more than that previous welcome video. So I grew up in Juniata section of Philadelphia, went to Temple, graduated undergrad 2005, received my master's 2009, 10, journalism. Also, worked down the Philadelphia Daily News after graduation. Been in the sports my entire life, worked as a baseball writer. Unfortunately, anybody that knows anything about the newspaper industry knows that it's a struggle, and ended up, unfortunately, being part of a group of layoffs. So I ended up leaving Temple, leaving the Philadelphia Daily News. My girlfriend at the time, now wife, had an excellent job offer with the Department of Defense. So it left me in a spot like, well, rather than travel across the country for a journalism job, we wanted to stay here in the Philly area. So I ended up going back to Temple, getting a job with Disability Resources and Services, which is where I worked as a student worker, and I really enjoyed working there with the students. I handled the assistive technology, screen readers, and helping translate things into Braille and stuff like that. So really cool work that I enjoyed. But it wasn't writing. It wasn't, it didn't involve sports. Obviously, it was sort of, one of those things where, well, how am I still going to be able to, pursue my passion? And one thing led to another. I ended up over in Klein School of Media Communication. While there, I was given the opportunity to build, manage, and lead a Center for Student Professional Development. Partly because of my background in journalism and my contacts, but partly because it was quite evident that one of my traits and one of the things I love doing is motivating and inspiring students like yourself, to get to wherever you're trying to go. So that's something that has been really, a hallmark of mine, I believe, over the last 8 to 10 years working in this field of professional development, really trying to inspire people and push them to achieve whatever it is that they're trying to do. Outside of Temple, my work, again, I run a small media business. We are credentialed by Major League Baseball. We are the only independent media outlet in Philadelphia to be credentialed by the Philadelphia Phillies and by Major League Baseball. And I'm not saying that to brag by any means, but I'm saying that because I want you to know if there's something that you aspire to do, a dream, something that you want to, pursue, something that you feel very strongly about, you can do it. Very few times will your life go from point A to point B in that straight line. And sometimes students feel like it will, and unfortunately it doesn't always work that way. So I bring that up to show, look, if there's something that you want to do, something you feel passionate about, something you feel strong about, you can. All right, you may just end up doing it in a bit of a different way. It may not be that straight line. There'll be some curves along the way, and that's okay. All right, so I encourage you to think about, what are those things that you feel strongly about right now? What are those things that you wake up every day, I wish I could change this? Or what are those things that you feel that I wish I could do that? Or what are they? Start thinking about it. And over the next couple of weeks in this class, I really want you to think about, how can I make an effort to get into whatever field it is? I feel strongly about education. Well, how do I fix it? How do I get involved? I feel strongly about criminal justice reform. Great. What do you do? All right. What are those things that you can, do as a student or as a soon-to-be graduate to really kind of help make a shift in those areas that you care very deeply about? All right. So you're going to hear me talk a lot during the semester about your passions and the things that drive you. All right, think about those. What are the things that get you out of the bed in the morning? All right, what are those things that really encourage you to say, you know what, I want to do something about this? All right, one of our assignments early on, dog bark, I'm sorry. One of those things that you'll want to do early on, or one of our assignments early on, it talks about your motivators and the things that inspire you. All right, it's important for you to know what they are. You don't want to be somebody that just kind of goes through the motions and just kind of lets life happen to them. All right, that's no good. You want to kind of take charge, take ownership, all right, and make things happen in your favor. All right, get yourself in a position to where good things can happen. All right, so I'll work with you all and help make all of that possible throughout the next couple of weeks. So the course, again, my goal here with this class is for you to take away some things that you can act on immediately. All right, this is not going to be a course where it's just busy work. I am not a fan of that. You are not obviously going to be a fan of that either. Everything that you're going to do in here, there's going to be meaning behind it. There's going to be a purpose behind it. And that purpose is to get you to be a better professional, somebody that is ready to take on that first internship or second internship, be that person that's ready to graduate and enter the workforce. Be that person that's ready to nail that job interview. All right, that's my goal as a coach for you over the next couple of weeks. And I have a lot of coaching background with sports and everything. You'll see that come through. That's what I want for you. All right, and that's what I will help make happen for you. But you have to meet me at least halfway. All right, you put the work in. If I see you, pushing forward and trying your best to make things happen, I will be there 110% for you. All right. So assignments are going to be relatively easy. There are a few. There's a couple video posts you'll have to do on the discussion board. They'll be unveiled each week for you to do. Again, every week there's not going to be something due, but most weeks there will be. There's a couple video discussion posts. There is obviously a resume and cover letter that's going to be tailored to a specific position. We'll talk about that as the time comes. There's going to be an interview assignment you'll complete. So again, a couple simple things, nothing that's going to be too taxing for you. But again, my goal here is to ensure that you get as much value as possible out of this course. My goal here is to ensure that you grow as a professional through this course and you feel much more confident about where you stand as a young growing professional going forward, than you did entering this class. All right. One thing of note that's going to be important, it's the first time teaching this class online except for last semester, obviously when things got cut off in March. But I'm going to require all students to meet with me twice, all right, face to face via Zoom, and you can schedule those appointments through Handshake. This will help me get a feel for who you are, what you're trying to do, how I can best assist you, where you are in the process of all of this stuff. So what I'm asking you all to do is to hop on Handshake, all right, and schedule an appointment to meet with me at some point before March 25th, all right, for your first meeting. At that point, hopefully I'll have met with all 24 of you, and then I'll ask for you all to schedule a second meeting with me before basically the end of the course, I believe June 11th or somewhere around there. Again, the goal for that is so that I can get a feel for who you are, what you're trying to accomplish, what your goals are, how I can best assist you. There could be people in my Rolodex that maybe I can put you in touch with. There could be internship coordinators that I know at places of employment that could work with you. Hell, I've put people in touch with my own family members. And if I can see that that's something that you are legitimate and serious about, I have no problem doing that for you. All right, I've done it for years. We'll continue to do it. All right, so again, 2 meetings you'll set up with me. The rest of the class will work. Everything will be unlocked for that given week at Tuesday at noon. So on Tuesday at noon. If there's anything due, it'll be due on that Friday. All right, and I will give you a heads up. Obviously, you'll probably get 2, maybe 3 emails a week from me. Just a heads up. Here's where we're at in the class. Here's the expectations for what I'm looking for. That sort of thing. So keep an eye out for that. Communication with me usually within 24 hours and get back to you. So you won't be hanging out, wondering what's going on. It's probably easier for you to email me through Canvas rather than general email, but either way, it doesn't really matter. I'm cool with either. Grading, usually pretty quick with getting grades up. The only difference will be obviously the resume and cover letter. It'll take a little bit of time for me to go through and grade. But yeah, so that'll be what we're looking at over the next couple weeks. I really look forward to it. I enjoy this class. It's unfortunate we're sitting here doing it remotely. I thrive on the energy of the actual class. And we're not really going to have that here with this being asynchronous. But, again, my hope is that everybody else is as enthusiastic as I am about this. And we'll go forward. All right. So follow through what I'm looking for here in week 1. Read the syllabus, get familiar with everything. Look at least module 1 for this week with regard to the liberal arts and how to market yourself in today's changing economy.